Okay, so I hope my screen is visible now. Okay, so let's start with the Mangalacharan. Om Agyana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yudapadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Cha Shri Rupam Shagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatham Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadavaitam Savadutam Parijan Shahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitam Cha Namaham Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschat Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivashati Gaur Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. I don't know why how it raises the hand. If he sees my hand, it raises the hand, I think. Okay. So this is nectar of instruction, sloka number 4. So till now we have read the principle of what to do so that our bhakti will increase, our devotion will increase. Okay. So along with that, now we have reached sloka number 4. So sloka number 4 and 5 deals with the part of the association or the sangha. Okay. So we have read in sloka number 2 and 3 both that we should not associate with the non-devotee, and we should try to associate with the devotee, pure devotee. Okay. Lava matra sadhu sange sarva siddhi. Even a small duration of time you are associating with pure devotee, it will be like Sharva Siddhi, all the Siddhi, all the final achievements you will have, even 1 second of pure devotee association if you have. Okay. And similarly, we have to leave the association of non-devotees, the people who are non-devotee. Okay. So how to associate? So sloka number 4 will deal like how to associate with the devotee, and sloka number 5 will tell you which type of devotee, how to associate with the which type of devotee. Non-devotee we don't have to associate. Okay. And other than that, if you want to increase your bhakti, which type of devotee you should associate. That is sloka number 5. Sloka number 4 will see how to associate with the devotee, how we associate with the other devotee. Okay. Because so you have till now we have understood the association part is given very much importance. Okay? Because with whom we are associating, that is very important. Hmm? If we are associating with some worldly minded people, our consciousness will become like that. Okay. And if we are associating with the devotees, then our association will be like a devotee. Okay. We'll see the devotee, how the devotee is doing. Okay. How the devotee they are serving Lord, how they are conscious of Lord always, how they are talking about the Lord always. Okay. So when we see these type of symptoms in the devotee, when we see how the devotees are um, doing the devotion, how they are progressing in the devotion, how they are maintaining their devotion, and what level of means sadhana, how they are maintaining their sadhana. Okay. So this type of things, if we are seeing in devotee, automatically that thing will come in us. Okay. And if you are associating with the non-devotee, then non-devotee will be always thinking about the materialism, because the modern education is like that, that non-devotee people always think about only one thing, that is money. Okay, money, fame, name, these things only they will think of. Name should be there, fame should be there, but these things are temporary. Okay. And even if you achieve these things, nothing after this life, nothing you are going to achieve. Okay. And as a human form of life, if you are running after those things, then you are running after the wrong things. Okay. So the human form of life actually we should utilize for our Krishna consciousness, our dormant love of Krishna we should um, reignite the dormant love of Krishna, which is there in our heart. Okay, and that will happen if we associate with the pure devotees. If we associate with the devotees, okay, then the question may come: then how to associate with the? One more thing I will explain, that what is the meaning of associating with the devotee? Associating with the so I'll ask you only, what is the meaning of associating with the devotee? Then we shall see. What is the meaning of associating with the devotee? What do you think? Yeah. What is the meaning of associating with the devotee?
Prabhu, discussing the topics of Krishna consciousness,
Discussing the
reading
topics of
scriptures,
Krishna
doing
consciousness.
kirtans together, going
Okay.
for yatras.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is the one of the part of the associating with the devotees. Okay. What is the meaning? Why you want to associate with the devotee? What is the meaning of associating with the devotee? Associating with the devotee means, what is the um, goal of associating with the devotee?
Prabhu, for to associate with the devotees means like uh, learning some good things from them regarding Krishna consciousness, like
Mm-hmm.
getting and observing them, how they are doing their
Mm-hmm.
Seva and where we are
Mm-hmm.
lacking and how can we get their guidance or their help to improve ourselves.
Yes.
Or even
Yes.
give
Yes.
our guide, if we are senior, then enough to give them guidance also.
Yes. Yes. So associating with the other devotee doesn't mean that you go to the devotee and say, Prabhu or Mataji, um, I'm not feeling well. My health is deteriorating, and these things are happening to my life. And you go to the devotee and you tell like this only. Okay, it doesn't seems good. Okay, associating with the devotee means to discuss the Krishna consciousness katha. Okay, Krishna conscious katha, or katha which is related to Krishna, or guiding the devotee. Okay, so these things will be the principles which will be dealing. But the main thing is associating with the devotee means to take the mood of the devotee. Okay, what is the mood of the devotee? Mood means the consciousness. So what is the consciousness of that devotee? We should take that consciousness. So that is the goal of associating with the devotee. When we associate with the devotee, this goal should be clear, that we want to take the mood of that devotee. Okay, so when we are associating with the pure devotee, what is that the devotee has? What is that the devotee has? The devotee has Krishna. Okay, we don't have Krishna. Devotee has Krishna, so he can give us Krishna. So we should be like beggar in front of that pure devotee. So we should be the more, whatever money we may have, or we may be millionaire or billionaire, whatever, materially may be very opulent, but actually when a pure devotee comes, we are a beggar in front of that. Why? Because we don't have Krishna, and his heart is full of Krishna, and we beg to the devotee about Krishna. Then that devotee can give us Krishna. No one else can give Krishna to us in this world. Who can give Krishna to us? No one. Okay. What is our aim? Why we are joining Krishna conscious classes? Why you are joining these classes? Why we are doing chanting? Okay. Our aim to attain Krishna. And the actual thing is, no one can give you Krishna except a pure devotee. Okay. That's why it is very important to associate with the pure devotee and beg Krishna from him. Okay. So even Krishna cannot give you Krishna. That is the thing. Only, only the devotee who has Krishna, he can give you. In this world, anyone you take, any material person you take, he cannot give you Krishna. Okay. Only person who has Krishna can give Krishna. And who has Krishna? A pure devotee. He has the treasure of Krishna in his heart. He has kept the treasure of Krishna, and he is willing to distribute that knowledge or that Krishna consciousness to everyone. But when we block our door only, then he cannot give. Okay, he cannot give Krishna to us. So we should be ready to accept Krishna. We should be like a beggar in front of the pure devotee. Please give us Krishna. Please give us Krishna. Okay, you have Krishna prema in your heart. You can give only you can give Krishna to us. So that is the relevant of pure devotee in our life, and we should associate with those devotees who are pure. Even one devotee you find, and one pure devotee you can find. You don't need hundreds of pure devotee. Okay, even one pure devotee you find and associate with that pure devotee, your life will change from that point only. Okay, so that much importance is there of the pure devotee. So if you are associating with the pure devotee, you will become like that. Okay, if you have seen when the drop of rain, when the rain is when the drop of rain is there, okay, that is very pure. Okay, and his nature is different, and when it fall on soil, okay, the soil's nature is different, and when they both combine, then there will be mud formation. Okay, so the actually the water is also pure, and the soil is also pure, but when they mix, then the formation of mud happens. Okay, so we cannot identify also after the formation of mud, okay, this was the water only. Okay, so that thing happens with the association. With whom you are associating, that type of consciousness you will have. You won't take any other thing. You will take only the mood. Okay. When we associate with the other devotee or any person, take it as material person, you take the mood of that person when you associate with that. Okay. So that is the meaning of associating with the pure devotee. So when we associate, we have to, so physically we have to associate. So when we associate, what we need to do, okay, how we associate. So that thing we are going to discuss in today's sloka. Okay, so let's see. So the sloka is Dadati Pratigrahnati Goyam Akhyati Prishyati Bhungte Bojate Chaivam Shadviddhim Pritilakshanam. Shadviddhim Priti Lakshanam. So these are the six vidhi or six ways or six kinds of activity with, for what? For Priti Lakshanam. Priti means the love, or Lakshanam is the symptom. Okay, so the symptom of love or exchanges of love happens when these type of activity happens between the devotee. So when we meet with the senior devotee, what we need to do with the senior devotee, that we are going to learn. Okay, so when we meet senior devotee or some pure devotee, what we need to do. And pure devotee, one more point I'll say here, okay, because this is relevant very much in today's society, because our society is ISKCON society is growing, okay, and so many members are there. So what is the meaning of associating with the pure devotee? The pure devotee, what is the meaning of pure devotee? Pure devotee doesn't mean that he is very senior devotee in ISKCON, okay, or he has spent so many years in ISKCON. It doesn't mean that he has been a devotee for so many days, so many days he has done. It also doesn't mean that he has done so many seva, so many temples he has opened. He has been temple president for so many temples. Okay. He has distributed thousands and crores of books. Okay. He has taken so many classes. Okay. So many days these classes are happening. Bhagavad Gita classes are happening. So many days he was a teacher in so many days, or he has spent so many, he is spending his full day in volunteering for the classes. It doesn't mean that these are the pure devotee. Okay, so many days I have been with ISKCON Mangalore, so many classes, and earlier from so many days, like I think it was fifth or sixth batch when I joined. Okay, and since then I have seen so many people. So many people came. They did so many services. Okay, but gradually so many people also left also. Okay, so it doesn't mean that if you are doing so many services, you're full busy in so many services, that doesn't mean that you have become a pure devotee or I have become a pure devotee. It doesn't mean. Even it doesn't mean that any person who is having a saffron colored dress, he is wearing a kanti mala and he is having tilak, that means he is a pure devotee. It doesn't mean that also. Okay, it doesn't mean that a person who is initiated in ISKCON, maybe first Harinam Diksha initiated, or second Harinam Diksha he has been initiated, or he may be a sannyas in ISKCON. That doesn't mean that he is a pure devotee. What is the meaning of pure devotee? What are the symptoms of pure devotee? Okay, that is being spoken in first sloka. So when we read in first sloka, that is a pure devotee, sign of pure devotee. Okay, So you have seen in the first sloka what Rupa Goswami was saying. He doesn't say that one person is having a saffron cloth, or a person who is having a tilak mala or kanti mala, or a person who is speaking very nice class, a very brilliant class he is giving. Okay, doesn't mean that he is a pure devotee. A pure devotee will always speak about Krishna. Vacho Vegam, his watch, or he will always speak about Krishna. Okay, he will always speak. His consciousness will be full of Krishna. His mind is totally absorbed in Krishna. Whatever you ask, he will speak Krishna only. Okay, and he sees that you are not speaking Krishna, he will be quite he will be quiet, and he won't speak to you again. Okay, like that. Okay, so that type of devotee, the pure devotee is very though they are very compassionate, that the other jivas are also there. We should take care of other jivas also, other living entities also. But he will be, when he sees that favorable environment is there, he will speak about Krishna, or any unfavorable environment is also there. Whatever he will speak about Krishna. His mind is always full of Krishna. Okay. So that thing is there. So first sloka, anyone remembers what were 6 things were there? That is the symptom of pure devotee. Anyone remembers what were the symptoms of a pure devotee, or the 6 things you think that a person should have, so that he can become a guru, he can make shishya all over the world? Yes, who can remember?
Sir Abhishek, he should be able to control his speech, his mind, his anger, his tongue, and udara, his stomach, genitals, and belly. If he's able to control the urges of these 6 things, then he can make disciples all over the world.
Yes. And what is the meaning of controlling the urges? Meaning of controlling the urges means to use those things in the service of Krishna. Okay. So whenever you see a person who is using all these things in the service of Krishna, that means that person is a pure devotee. Okay. Any external thing does not decide that you are a pure devotee. Any external things. So it is the faculty of intelligence and faculty of consciousness. The consciousness is, if engaged in Krishna, that person is a pure devotee. Okay, so you have to decide what is our goal, whether we need to become like this, that who is externally like a devotee but internally fully material. Okay, though we are on that platform only, but gradually we have to improve, because we are reading these things, and we have the devotees association. Gradually we can improve, but our present status is we are not at all devotee. Okay. Sorry to say that we are not at all devotee. That is actual reality. Okay. Externally, we may show that we are like a devotee, but out of 24 hours, how much time we are remembering Krishna? How much time we are giving for Krishna? That is the meaning of devotee. And giving time to Krishna doesn't mean that externally we are giving time. Externally, we have to, if internal thing is there, externally will be automatic. Okay. If you are thinking about Krishna 24/7, anyone asks you anything, you will speak Krishna only, because you are speaking always Krishna. Okay. So that thing is there. So that was the meaning of pure devotee and associating with the pure devotee, and what thing we need to do with the pure devotee, that is being spoken in this sloka. The first thing is dadati. Dadati means to give. Okay. So when a pure devotee comes to you, okay, or you goes to a pure devotee, what you have to do is to give. What you can give? What you can give? You can give many things. Or if you are associating with other persons also, okay, so what you can give? You can give the fresh thing. Fresh thing, okay, fresh thing. I will explain those things. Fresh thing. And prati grahanati. Grahan karna means, grahan means to accept. Okay. So first is the dadati, means to give, and second thing is accept. So 2 things always we have to give. Means 2 things always. This is like a pair. So you have to do both things simultaneously, or you have to give both things, opposite things also. You have to give and accept. Second one is guhyam akhyati prishyati. Akhyati means to explain, prishyati means to ask. Okay, inquire. So akhyati means to explain, and prishyati means to acquire. What we have to explain and what we have to inquire? Guhyam. Guhyam means confidential topics. Okay, the things which we don't openly discusses, okay, only openly says, okay, like whatever topics we are discussing, that is very confidential. If you see my classes when I was taking level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, okay, these things I was not discussing in so much details, okay, because level 1, level 2, level 3, their devotees are quite new. They cannot they cannot accept these things, that we have to become a pure devotee and these are the lakshan, priti lakshanam, okay. But when we come to such a level that we are doing bhakti shastri, we are becoming, our goal is to achieve bhakti, then we have to read these the slokas very scrutinizingly, okay, with the association of the devotee, very scrutinizing, with the total devotion and deep faith. We should read the sloka and the translation and the purports which are given by Prabhupada, and we should try to follow these things. Okay, so Guhyam Akhyati Prishyati, the confidential topics, the topics which should not be dealt with any other. Like every person is having some Guhyam topics. Okay, how is our sadhana going? Okay, everyone knows how our sadhana goes, how we are doing our sadhana, how we are able to do our chanting, whether we are able to do the services or not, or chanting or not. Okay, so these things should not be discussed with other people. Okay, these things should be discussed confidentially with the senior devotee or the devotee with which we are associating. Okay, so Guhyam Akhyati Prishyati, so it should not be openly say, oh, my sadhana is not going well, I'm not able to do sadhana, and I am very fallen soul. Okay. So these things should not be told in openly. Otherwise, it will look like you are doing just show up that you have become a very nice devotee, so that you are saying to all, no, no, my sadhana is not good. I'm not doing these things. Or you are explaining yourself, boasting about yourself. Okay. So these things should not be done. Confidential topic we should speak about to him, the senior devotee, and we should inquire. We should open our heart and inquire what we should do. Prishyati means we should inquire what we need to do. Okay, how we can progress in our devotion. It should not, a confidential topic does not mean that top secret topics which are going on in the world news that we should discuss. Okay, Goyam Akyati Prishyati means we have to inquire about our sadhana, how we are doing the sadhana, about our sadhana bhakti, we should inquire with the devotee. Okay, so Goyam Akyati Prishyati, we should inquire and we should explain both. Our heart we should explain and we should inquire also. Bhunkte bhojate chaivam. Okay, then we have to bhunkte bhojate chaivam. We have to eat whenever the senior devotee, what they will give you. They will give you Krishna Prasad. That the food which is offered to Krishna, they will give you. We should accept that food. And bhojate, we should also give back something. The food we should also invite them for prasadam. Okay, and so we should eat the prasadam which is offered to us, and we should also invite others for the prasadam. Okay, so bhunkte bhojitam chaivam shad vidyam priti lakshanam. So these are the 6 ways to increase. There are many, but these are the main. Okay, so whenever you are meeting any devotee, what we need to do? So we'll see. So when you are meeting a new devotee, ask them, please, Prabhu, please, if you can give us some time, you can come to our home. Okay, and have lunch prasadam, dinner prasadam. Okay, then you can invite the devotee and what you would like to have in the prasadam. Okay, you can inquire, and the devotees, if they accept, then they can come. And then after you can have the prasadam, and after prasadam you can discuss about your sadhana bhakti. You can discuss Krishna Katha. You can discuss, Prabhu, I have read this sloka, I have read this translation. I was reading yesterday Nectar of Instruction sloka number 4, and this translation was there. So I understood like this only. This sloka, I understand that these things are there. Okay, so is it good, Prabhu, or anything else you want to explain something? So something Krishna Katha we should discuss. Okay, so we have to explain our heart if there is something, some difficulty in the sadhana, or some difficulty, or there are classes between the spiritual and the material things. Then we can discuss. Okay, how we can improve our sadhana, that we can discuss. Okay, so after the prasadam we can discuss those things, and when end is there, when the devotee is going, we can give something in the return. When they are going, then we should give them something. Okay, So and whenever if they are giving us something, then we should accept that something. Okay, so that thing is there. So these things are there, very simple. Okay, so these are the 6 ways of Preeti Lakshana. Okay, 6 way of increasing Preeti or the love between the devotee. So it is not like that it is to be done with the higher senior devotees only. We can do with the other devotees also. We can invite them for the lunch. And if you see other material world also, there are many festivals are there, or the many um, occasions are there, like marriages are there. Okay, so you go to the marriage, then you be a part of the marriage, then you eat there something, then you give some gift, they will give you some gift. So what are these things? These things are the ways of increasing the love, okay, between the between the relatives. If you don't go to their home for eating, then the relation is gone. Okay, that person is not coming to our home. Maybe maybe he is angry with us, or maybe some topics are there. Okay, or maybe something is there, he is not sharing and he is not coming. So we should also not go. So then the relation is not from that day. Okay, so that is also in the material world also, that thing happens, that we go to the other devotees home, other person's home, some festivals will happen, we'll go there. Okay, and then we'll have some um, exchanges. Okay, gift exchanges, food exchanges. Some devotee or the some person goes not full time, but the time when there is prasadam. Okay, the last time when there is prasadam, then they will go. At least they will have some prasadam and come. So full katha and all, they won't go. Okay, who will go for these things? They will just go for the prasadam. So for the prasadam part, some devotees go. Okay, so that is not the full part. The full part is all 6 things. Okay, so invite the devotee for the food, or go or accept something, the dati pritika. So everything, all 6 things would be there. Then that is complete. You are just going for the prasada, then that is little incomplete, but that also will increase the love only. Okay, so that thing is there. 6 exchanges of 6 exchanges between the devotees. So we'll read the translation. Yes, anyone wants to read?
I can read, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji.
Offering gifts in charity, accepting charitable gifts, revealing one's mind in confidence, inquiring confidentially, accepting prasada, and offering prasada are the 6 symptoms of love shared by one devotee and another. Purport. In this verse, Srila Rupa Goswami explained how to perform devotional activities in the association of other devotees. There are 6 kinds of activities: giving charity to the devotees, accepting from the devotees whatever they may offer in return, opening sorry opening one mind to the devotee, inquiring from them about the confidential service to the Lord, honoring prasada or spiritual food given by the devotee, and feeding the devotee with prasada. An experienced devotee explains, an inexperienced devotee learns from him. This is Guryam Akhyati Prachat Prachati. When the devotees distribute prasada, remnants of food offered to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, in order to maintain our spirit of devotional service, we must accept this prasada as the Lord grace received through the pure devotees. We should also invite pure devotees to our home, offer them prasada, and be prepared to please them in all respect. This is called Bhunte Bhojayate Chaiva.
Okay, thank you very much, Mataji.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. So these things we are discussing. One important line I can see from here: an experienced devotee explains, and inexperienced devotee learn from him. Okay. So you have seen this in ISKCON. It is very nicely, you can see the experienced devotees learns, experienced devotee explains, and inexperienced devotee learn from him. Okay. So what is this? Say here also one catch is there. You have to understand it very nicely. Okay. What is the meaning of experienced devotee? So that also one point is there which we should understand. So can you tell? Can any inputs I can get from you? And one more thing I'll tell the devotees to rename themselves because I cannot understand who is joining and who is not. Small group is there, and I should know who is joining, who is not joining by name. And if you can open the video, I can remember you from the face also. So that will be good. Okay. So I was asking, what is the meaning of experienced devotee? What is the meaning of experienced devotee? What do you think?
Prabhu, I can say that who has been like in the Krishna conscious for pretty long and who has seen serious into their devotional life, I will say those are the experienced devotee. Maybe you correct me.
Okay. So first part, I have some objections, Mataji. It doesn't depend whether you are in movement very long or not. Okay. We have seen very long people who are a long devotee or even Prabhupada's disciples also. Okay. After sometimes they fall down. Okay. So that thing is there. It doesn't mean that you have been in movement for so many days. That means you are a very experienced devotee. Experience means, so yes, Molly Mataji want to say something, then we'll discuss.
Hare
Yes,
Krishna,
Mataji.
Prabhu. Prabhu, here experienced devotee means like how sincere you are in your sadhana and how through your journey, whatever it might be, what you have learned and what you have experienced from others, and the quality of sadhana you are doing, and the knowledge which you have got from other devotees and from the books of Prabhupada, and how you are following
Yes.
those instructions.
Yes. Yes. So that is the meaning of experience. Experience devotee doesn't mean that experience in just jnana or reading. So many books I have read. So many days I have these things. I am very experienced devotee. I have managed so many WhatsApp groups. I have managed so many classes. Okay, that doesn't mean experienced devotee means who has the experience internally, who has experienced Krishna internally. Okay, who has the experience who has experienced the Krishna prema. Okay, so that is the meaning of experienced devotee. This experience doesn't mean the material experiences. Here, the experience means the internal experiences or the consciousness or the Krishna conscious experiences. Krishna conscious experiences also two types are there. One is the external, one is the internal. Okay, external is the other thing. How many days of services you have done, where you are doing the services, what services you are doing. So these all things are experience, the external part. Okay, the internal part is more important. We are more concerned about the internal part. Okay, an experienced devotee, or you can say an internally experienced devotee explains. Otherwise, externally experienced devotee explains, then unexperienced devotee cannot learn from them. Okay, so at one person can be, so here also one point you can see inexperienced devotee, a devotee who is there in the movement for 30 years, he may be also inexperienced devotee. Okay, and a devotee who is just for 1 year, he can be also a experienced devotee. Okay, so that thing is there. So experienced devotee does not mean only the external appearance or the external experience. Okay, so that thing is there. So experience means also is referring to the first sloka only. Okay, who is experienced? What is the symptom of sthita pragya? So when we'll go to the Bhagavad Gita, then we'll understand what is the symptom of a person who is internally situated. Huh? So that is the experienced devotee. The devotee who are experienced in Krishna, okay, Krishna Katha, or who is experienced internally about Krishna. Yes, Mataji? Mali Mataji?
Prabhu, I have a doubt.
Yes, Mataji.
Prabhu, so you're saying that experienced devotee is a pure devotee.
Yeah, experienced devotee and pure devotee is same.
But Prabhu, it's sometimes very difficult to find.
Yeah, so that's why I told even one experienced devotee you can find, that is perfect. Otherwise, inexperienced devotee, what they can give?
Thank
If they
you,
don't
Prabhu.
have Krishna, they cannot give you Krishna. Okay. If they don't have Krishna consciousness, they cannot give you that consciousness. If they have material consciousness, if you meet a person who is externally very experienced in Krishna consciousness, but internally who is fully material, then what they can give you? What he will give you? Or what maximum he can give you? He can give you only the material experience only. Okay? So be very careful with whom you are means associating. Even one devotee you can find, that is what we want. Even one devotee, because it is very rare to find a pure devotee.
Prabhu, how do we identify?
How do we identify pure devotee? So you can identify with their consciousness. It is very you can say rare to find a pure devotee. So we should be always actively searching for a pure devotee. If you see thousands and thousands of devotees in ISKCON, you may find one or two pure devotees. There are pure devotees are there. It is not like only one or two are there. So many pure devotees are there. But we don't want. Okay. So when we want, Krishna will give. Okay. So that thing is there. So even in ISKCON, you will find very less pure devotee, not like 50% are pure devotee, 50% are non-pure devotee. It is not like that. Very rare. It is also, it is between, it is very rare. Sudurlava, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, that devotee is very durlab. So we should not understand that, oh, that durlab, it may be for the materialistic people, but in ISKCON, it is very much abundant. Okay. It is not like, yeah, though they are very abundant, so many devotees are there, but we have to find it out. Okay. So that thing is there.
So Prabhu, we experience devotee, we can say like our initiated gurus whom we are taking initiation of the pure devotee.
So I don't want to generalize it, but you have to see through the sloka of nectar of instruction. Okay. Bhagavad Gita. Okay. So you can understand through that way. But in one way we can say that, but I cannot generalize it. Okay. We cannot say that if any person is there who is, I don't want to make that statement on YouTube, maybe after we stop the YouTube. So I just wanted to one more point I wanted to add that just now Navdeep Mandal Parikrama is happening in Mayapur, and one very nice devotee has come to our house, and day before yesterday we were discussing a very nice point. So I also wanted to discuss those points with you, but that I cannot openly I can share. Okay, so that is a very nice point about our devotion. So I'll share after the class and just remind me so that I'll stop the YouTube live and we'll discuss. Okay. So that is the meaning of experienced devotee and inexperienced devotee. Kohya makshati prishtati. So we have to give and we have to take. So I hope that 6 principles are clear, and I hope that why these 6 principles are there, so that our devotion can increase. Okay, accept prasada, give prasada. Prabhupada also write that that these things are. So Prabhupada is giving one. If you read the purport, Prabhupada is writing one place that this Krishna conscious movements are spreading all over the world. Why? Because the devotees are following these 6 principles. Okay, they are accepting some charity from the other people. They are giving Krishna conscious books. Okay, they are giving the Maha Mantra. They are giving the Krishna conscious book. They are giving the Krishna Katha to the devotee. They are offering prasadam to them. So they are also giving and they are also accepting some charity from the other people. Okay, so they are accepting and they are giving, and they are Goya Makshati. So people they come to the classes. They ask about their doubts. Okay, how they can improve their sadhana, how they can improve their consciousness, how they can improve their consciousness to Krishna consciousness, and the devotees are very happily means sharing to them the secrets. Okay, so that thing is also there, and they are offering prasadam. Okay, the love feast program used to happen. Priti bhojanam. Okay, priti bhojanam, the bhojan which increases the priti or the love. So love feast program happens mostly in Sunday. Most of the ISKCON temples have this the the Love Feast program. Okay? So these things are contributing to the spreading of the Krishna conscious movement. Okay, so that thing is also there. Books they are giving, the magazines they are giving, prasad they are giving. Okay, so that thing is there. So see, any important point is there. Okay, so from here anyone can read.
Should I read, Prabhuji? Yeah.
Nita Mataji. Other
Yeah,
people can also read. I'm seeing only 2 persons reading today.
Should I read, Prabhuji, or should we wait for someone else?
Yeah, we'll give chance to other person.
Shall I read?
Okay.
Other person.
Can I
Shall I
read?
read? Shall I read?
Priyanka Mataji, you can read.
The life of the Krishna conscious society is nourished by these 6 types of loving exchange among the members. Therefore, people must be given the chance to associate with the devotees of ISKCON, because simply by reciprocating in the 6 ways mentioned above, an ordinary man can fully receive his dormant Krishna consciousness. In Bhagavad Gita 2.62, it is stated, Sangat Sanjate Kama, one's desires and ambitions develop according to the company one keeps. It is often said that a man is known by his company, and if an ordinary man associates with devotees, he will certainly develop his dormant Krishna consciousness. The understanding of Krishna consciousness is innate in every living entity, and it is already developed to some extent when the living entity takes a human body. It is said in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya 22.107, Nitya Siddha Krishna Prema Sadhya Kabhunaya Shravanadi Shuddha Chitte Paraya Udaya. Shall I continue
This
reading?
much. The Mataji will discuss this.
Okay. Thank you, Prabhu.
Okay. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare
So you see this line. Therefore, the people must be given chance to associate with the devotees of ISKCON. Imagine Prabhupada is a pure devotee and he is staying at one place on Vrindavan in one room and he is doing his sadhana. What will happen? What would have happened? What would have happened to us? Okay. We would have not been here. Okay. So this is Kripa of Shuddha Bhakt, that he went to other places also and given his association to the devotee so that other people also, so that they become pure devotee. Okay. Otherwise, what is the need? A pure devotee can sit in one place and then they can do their bhakti. Okay. So he is very compassionate toward other devotees and he wanted to give his association to the other devotee. And that's why ISKCON is established and Prabhupada is now writing that people must be given the chance to associate with the devotee of ISKCON. So it is our duty to associate with the other devotee. We should give association to the other devotee so that they can also escape. So before that, what is needed? If you want to give the association, our association to other, then what is needed in ourselves? What do you think? What is needed?
Sorry,
We
Prabhu,
need
can
that.
We have to be pure devotees first.
We need that experience which we are discussing now. We were discussing something about the experience. So we need that experience. Yes, Mataji, you want to say something?
Yes, we need to be pure devotees first.
Yes. We need to be pure devotee first. Okay. So therefore, people must be given a chance to associate with the devotees of ISKCON, because simply by reciprocating with the 6 ways mentioned above, an ordinary man can fully revive his dormant Krishna consciousness. Okay, so if a dormant man, if a ordinary man also is reciprocating with you in these 6 ways, then his Krishna consciousness can develop. Okay, one more point. It is written, Shanga Sanjayate Kama. Kama means the lust or the desire develops with the Sangha. Okay, the Sangha we keep, that type of desire we develop. Okay, so that type of ambition, that type of desire develop. If we are associating with the karmi people, we cannot forget about becoming a devotee. Okay, so that thing is also there, that we should associate with the devotee so that we can become a devotee. So that's why the society is being made. Last classes we were discussing this society Prabhupada has made for the association so that devotees can associate and help each other in growing in Krishna consciousness. Sangha Sanjayate Kama. They should give the association to other people. They should have they associate with the senior devotees. Okay, so that thing is there. Okay, mostly we have discussed the point. Let's see if any important point is there. This line you can read. This is from, yeah, this one from here,
Can I read, Prabhu?
Vaishnavi Mataji.
Not only in the chanter of the Mahamantra purified, but the hearts of anyone who happens to hear the transcendental vibration of Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, is also cleansed. Even the souls embodied in lower animals, insects, trees, and other species of life also become purified and prepared to be fully Krishna conscious simply by hearing the transcendental vibration. This was explained by Thakur Haridas when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu inquired from him how living entities lower than human beings can be delivered from material bondage. Haridas Thakura said that the chanting of holy names is so powerful that even if one chants in the remotest parts of the jungle, the trees and animals will advance in Krishna consciousness simply by hearing the vibration. This was actually proved by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself when he passed through the forest of Jharikhanda. At that time, the tigers, snakes, deer, and all other animals abandoned their natural animosity and began chanting and dancing in Sankirtana. Of course, we cannot imitate the activities of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but we should follow his footsteps. We are not powerful enough to enchant the lower animals, such as tigers, snakes, cats, and dogs, or entice them to dance, but by chanting the holy names of the Lord, we can actually convert many people throughout the world to Krishna consciousness. Contributing or distributing the holy name of the Lord is a sublime example of contributing or giving the charity, the Dadati principle. By the same token, one must also follow the Pratigrahanati principle and be willing and ready to receive the transcendental gift. One should inquire about Krishna consciousness movement and open his mind in order to understand the situation of this material world. Thus, the word Guhya Makshati principles can be served.
Okay, so you see here. So the earlier part we have read that how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is giving association, even delivering the animals also, okay, from the forest of Jharkhand. And one more important thing I can see from here, that so what things we can give to the other people, okay? So Dadati principles, what things we can give, okay? We can give them something charity, some charity, okay? We can give whatever you have, that only you can give. The first thing is that if you have Krishna, then you can give Krishna. If you have some money, then you can give some money, okay? If you have nothing, then maybe whatever things are available to you, you can give. You can give some prasad, you can give some books, transcendental literature to the other people. Okay. Or if nothing is there, you can just offer the humble obeisances or pranam to the other person. That is also enough. Okay. A humble obeisances, or if some person come to you, and even if you offer one glass of water with humbleness and dedication, okay, with pure heart, with love, so that is also enough. So anything can be given according to your capacity. Okay. So that thing is there. And receive the transcendental gift. Okay. If you are giving something to the Brahmana, okay, not the Brahmana by birth I'm speaking about the proper Brahmana. Okay. If you are giving something, some gift to the Brahmana, because Brahmana, you give some food to the Brahmana, you give some money to the Brahmana, then the Brahmana will return that thing in form of the transcendental knowledge. He will give you transcendental knowledge. Okay. So that thing is there. And he won't keep those things with him. He will give for the Krishna conscious activity. So that is the meaning of Brahmana. Brahmana doesn't mean that you give him, you have given something to them, and whatever things are required, he will use it for the personal, and whatever things are not required, he will store. Okay. This doesn't happen. Okay. That means he will use those things in the service of Krishna. Okay. So that thing is there. So let's see. One more thing here, Prabhupada is saying that we should avoid the association of material people, that we have discussed. Okay. That material people, we should avoid the association, because we'll get the materialistic mindset from them. We start competing with them. We'll start running after the money. We'll start running after the degrees. Okay. So that association we should avoid. And the other things also Prabhupada says that we should avoid the association of atheist, the people who are hardcore atheist. Okay. So those association we should avoid. The Mayavadis. Okay. Those association also we should avoid. The people who are thinking that everything is Maya. I am also Maya, and after the death everything will merge in Brahma. Okay. I am also Brahm. You are also Brahm. Everything is Brahm. Okay. So like that. Okay. So that thing is there. Okay. So that thing is there. So it doesn't mean that we should not we should not go to the atheistic people or the Mayavadi people for the preaching purpose. Okay. It simply means that we should go when we are at that level. Okay. Like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is going to the animals. Okay. He's delivering the animals, he's chanting. So you also become enthusiastic and you go to the animal, tigers. Okay. Then what will happen? Then tiger won't listen to you. Okay. So that thing happens. So we should not imitate the higher, the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and the pure devotees. Okay. So that thing is there. So when we are a neophyte devotee, or when we are very new in the devotion, okay, then when we are not fixed up in devotion, then we should not meet with the Mayavadi and atheistic people. We should not take association for the preaching purpose also. Okay. Otherwise, we go to preaching to them and they preach us. Okay. So like that can also happen. So when you become fixed up in devotion, then only you become a good preacher. Okay. Otherwise, if you are not fixed up in devotion, you will preach to someone, and he becomes a devotee, and next day he will see that you are not a devotee. Okay. There are many
Oh my
examples are
God.
there. There are many examples are there where a preacher is there. He's very big preacher, good preacher. He's preaching so many days, so many people. And one day all the devotees find that the person who was preaching, that also only fall down. That person not following the good examples. That person only becoming fully material. Okay. So when we are nice devotee, when we are fixed up with devotion, then only we can become a big preacher or good preacher. Okay. Good preacher means who preach by his example, not by his sayings. Okay. His lakshan or his activities, who preaches by these things. So that is a good preacher. Okay. Not by just saying, not just a lip service. Okay. So that thing is there. So we should avoid association with them completely. Okay. So that thing is there. Okay. So these things are mostly these things are there. So we have discussed all these things, these points. Okay. One more point is there about the Rup Goswami, about the charity, that Rup Goswami, he gave 50% his wealth in the charity. Many people, we find that they say that I am earning because I want to serve Krishna with my earning. Okay. Many people say like that. Many people, you will meet that out of 24 hours you are working so hard, okay, to earn money. So he will say, they will serve Krishna with my money. Okay. So that is a you can say a mask a person is hiding behind that. Okay. So he may have some other purpose of earning money. Okay. And he is hiding behind that I want to serve Krishna, that's why I'm earning money. Okay. So we have learned that we should be modest in our earning things. We should keep a line. Okay. How much we want to earn so that we can nicely do our devotion. We can maintain our body and we can do the devotion. That much earning is enough. Okay. If you are earning too much and you are doing too much prayasha for that, if you are working too hard to earn too much money, okay, whatever is, with little prayasha, whatever is coming, that is okay. Okay. So with little prayasha is whatever is coming, that is okay, and you are able to give your attention towards Krishna, that is okay. And if you are not able to give, you are working so much, full day, full night, and you are saying that I am working for Krishna, then that is something different. It is. I'm not saying that if you have been given that service only, that is different thing. Okay. So if you have been given that service, then what will happen? Here it is written. So Rup Goswami wanted to, he had, when he was there, Rup Goswami was a very wealthy person because he was a chief minister. We have learned that. Okay. So he had so much money. So he distributed 50% of money in Krishna conscious activities. Okay. So that thing is there. So when a person says that I'm earning for Krishna, that means he should distribute his earning 50% earning for the service of Krishna. Then that is okay. Okay. Or if he has been working and giving 100% money for the Krishna, then that is perfect example. Okay, because yes, you are working for Krishna. That means definitely you are working for Krishna. So that is a different thing. But many persons say like that. That's why I wanted to share this to you. Okay. So just after this, if you have any question, then we'll end the YouTube live. So if you have any question, we'll discuss. After that, we'll end the YouTube live.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I wanted to ask which chapter we are doing at present.
Which chapter? We are doing chapter number 4, Mataji. Text number 4, not chapter. The slokas are there. So sloka number 4.
Bhagavad Gita, no, Prabhuji?
This is not Bhagavad Gita, Mataji. This is nectar of
Nectar of
instruction.
instruction.
If any question is there related to the chapter. Okay, so now